Hello, I'm Rosie Hardy. This is Rosie Hardy Gardening. We are just about to do the October Q&A. Please, if you want to help us, do subscribe and have a look at other videos that we do. Let's get into it. Hi Rosie, do we in the UK have to overwinter geraniums? If so, how? Thank you. From this, I'm thinking that you actually mean pelargoniums, which are the bedding geraniums. And in the UK, yes, you do need to overwinter them. They are not frost hardy. So you can cut them back by about half, keep them in their containers, keep them dry. I would stack a whole mass of pots all into one box or a seed tray and put them into a shed. They don't have to be necessarily in a greenhouse or into a greenhouse, but do not water them over the winter. Leave them dry and then they should be fine. Hi Rosie, please could you explain plant breeder rights? How does someone get permission to sell the plants that has PBR? Is there a license that allows you to sell PBR plants? Gone through a fish and I can't think any seems to help me. Right, if you buy in plugs or liners which have got a PBR on, then you have already paid the fee for those plants. You can pot them up and you can sell them. If you're wanting to take cuttings and reproduce those plants, then you have to get a license. There is an EU website which allows you to go onto the CPVO, but it's very difficult to get your head around what is actually on there. It's probably easier to go to a plant breeder agency and ask them if they can help you. Someone like Plants for Europe, Graham Spencer, is very kind and helpful. You may have to pay him a fee, or you could go to someone like Van Fleet, who are actually over in Holland, and they also run a big breeding program. So they would be able to, probably easier to go that way than the other sources. Someone here saying seeds on my percara black field are just started to ripen. I'll be storing in the fridge. Cell-seeded plantlets popped up all over my garden this year, so I dug them up, potted them on. Can't believe they flowered in their first season. When is the earliest that I can start producing the seeds? Well, as they are already producing their seed now, you could sow some now and then you would get them germinating and have small plantlets to overwinter, or I would suggest planting them as soon as the day length is bright enough and it's slightly warmer, so you don't have to do too much heat. So you could do it probably mid-February to March, and then you could start them off there. They will require a bit of basal heat though. Right, where are we? Okay, hi Rosie, 4 years ago I planted a calla lily. It was a gift, doesn't get much sun, never bloomed. Foliage is pretty. This season it bloomed for the first time, now too big for its space. My question is, should I split it now? Also, do they do well in large containers? They do, to start off with that one, they do very well in large containers, so that is one way of doing it. The other thing is, yes, you can divide them, but I would divide them in the spring. Hope that helps you. I've saved and stored my Delphinium seeds from last winter. They all did really well, germinated, nice little plants. When they come back next year, is it a good thing to snip the tip out to get bushier plants? Yes, absolutely. Whenever you grow something and it comes up with just a central leader like this and you just get one stem and you know they can produce more from the base, it's always worth pinching them out. So you can do that when they are a young seedling, when they've produced 3 or 4 leaves, you can pinch down. Or if it's a new plant just coming up, then you can take all of the growth down and that will make them much bushier and you will get more flower on them. Okay, what is the best time to prune small pine trees to keep them small? Well, if you need to prune a pine or any conifer, then the best time for pruning is between April and August, so that is during the growing summer months, and that is the best way. Never cut into dark wood or anything that doesn't have any pine needles or greenery on it. They do not grow back from that unless they are yew or some thujas. So if you're doing it on a pine, just be very careful, cut back gently, and you can keep them doing, but between April and August. Okay, here we go. So this is somebody who is saying that people are saying you plant your tulips in November and then you need to dig them up after flowering, because otherwise you end up with tulip fire. But they're wanting to hybridize, well, not wanting to hybrid, they're wanting to get a really good naturalistic flow of Darwin hybrid varieties and naturalize them through, and wondering whether that is the best thing to do. I would say it's perfectly fine with the species types, because when you go to places like Greece, the orchards are just full of them, so they do naturalise and they don't get the tulip blight. It's the really hybrid ones that get the tulip blight. So I would say go for things like tulip sprengii, beautiful red, that is fantastic in shady areas to get, and just look for species types and you'll find that they will naturalize really, really well, and you can just allow them to grow through grasses and ferns and they'll be fantastic. Somebody says I've got Penstemon, forgot to take their cuttings. Is it too late to cuttings now? Technically it is too late. If you haven't got any basal heat form of propagation with a hood over the top and maybe even some subsidiary lighting, then it's a little bit too late for you to be taking your Penstemon cuttings. You can try some, absolutely, but you know, you may fail. So that is the best thing. So what can they do to avoid the plant dying over winter? Best bet is, if it's in the ground, dig it up, put it into a big container, do the pruning down like I show you on overwintering Penstemon, and then put it into a cold greenhouse, and that is probably your best way of keeping it and keeping it surviving. I have some dahlias in the garden, would like to dig and store. I know the advice is to wait until they've blackened with the first frost. Why is this? I was thinking of digging them up now, ideally to use the space for biennials. Now I fully understand if you haven't got enough space and you want to use it for some other planting, you can dig them up now. But the reason for asking or waiting until they get the first frost and they blacken is that they naturally then seal the neck above the tuber so that it stays dry and the material that is green doesn't rot down and rot onto the tuber itself, because it's already got a natural seal. So if you are going to take them up now, dig them up, cut the stems to around about 6 inches, 20 centimetres, and well 15 centimetres probably, and then just put them on their side, allow that bit of stick, which will still be green, to desiccate and go brown. Do not stand them upright, because it can send any liquid, or as it's dying off, back down into the tuber. So put it on the side, that way it won't transfer it, it'll dry out quite nicely and you can store them like that. Then I have one here about, can you take hardwood cuttings from subjects such as holly and privet? And you can, yes, you can do that now. This time of the year, coming into autumn, late autumn, is the time for hardwood cuttings. So if it's holly, you take it on the New Year's growth, and you take cuttings that are around about a foot, 30 centimetres long, and you take them with the bits whereby they are just starting to go quite woody near the base, so that will be quite a good length. You remove a lot of leaf, you might leave a couple of leaves at the top, always cut just below a leaf joint and always cut just above a leaf joint at the top, and then you insert them halfway into compost. Now if you're using something like a 7.5 litre pot, which is quite a decent sized pot, you can put 5 to 7 cuttings in around the edge of the pot, and then all you need to do is put it outside, leave it over winter into the early spring. They take a lot longer to root down and start to regrow than your softwood cuttings, so they'll take between 6 and 9 months before you see anything happening on them. Privet, yes, again, but because privet has much shorter growth, your cuttings would be just a little bit shorter, but again it's the same thing. Cut just above a node at the top, just below one at the bottom, and the cuttings would be probably only about 6 or 7 inches, so somewhere around about 15, maybe 20 centimetres in length, and again into this compost. I would suggest a John Innes type compost, something that is half and half, peat free and John Innes. That works really, really well. All around the edge of the pots, leave them outside and wait for them to do something in the spring. Last one is, hi, I have dahlias, want to relocate them. I live in Portugal. I usually leave them in the ground. Can I move them now and let them die back in a new position in the garden, or store them? Well, I would say in Portugal, absolutely fine to lift them now, give them a cut back, lift them now, put them in, or just allow them to dry off properly. Just to be sure, I would perhaps put half of them in the garden and store half, and then you've hedged your bets. Thank you very much for watching, and please do subscribe to the channel.